Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Welcome to the eternal home of Shishi Radha Kunjaveri, Shishi Jagannath Bali, Sundamai, Shinachi, Malaka, Balagiri, Govardhan Ki, and Warnikai. By the eternal mercy of Srila Prabhupada, he showered so much causeless mercy upon all of us so that we could understand the great importance of these festivals. And these festivals are an opportunity for us to strengthen and to enthuse our practice of devotional service. Anyone here for the first time for Nityananda Chaturdasi? Wow, bunch of veterans. All right. So, then you all are already blessed because you have come to experience the mercy of Lord Nityananda. So we'll read today from Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Lila chapter 5, text number 204, the glories of Lord Nityananda Balaram. So this is just the beginning of the Chaitanya Charitamrita. I'll just read the verse and translation and purport. Jaya Jaya Nityananda Charanara Vinda Yana Ita Painu Radha Govinda. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace of Vaichananda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. All glory to the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda, by whose mercy I have attained Sri Radha Govinda. Srila Narottam Das Thakur, who is famous for his poetic composition known as Prarthana, has lamented in one of his prayers, when will Lord Nityananda be merciful upon me so that I will forget all material desires? Srila Narottam Das Thakur confirms that unless one is freed from material desires to satisfy the needs of the body and senses, one cannot understand the transcendental abode of Lord Krishna in Vrindavan. He also confirms that one cannot understand the loving affairs of Radha and Krishna without going through the direction of 6 Goswamis. In another verse, Narottam Das Thakur has stated that without the causeless mercy of Nityananda Prabhu, one cannot enter into the affairs of Radha. Om Gana Tirinandasya Gyananjana Shlakaya Chakshurumilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Maro Vishram Samitam Yena Putrai Swayam Rupa Kanayana Parati Swapadantikam Vandeyam Shri Guru Shri Uta Paramam Shri Guru Vaishnavasya Shri Rupam Sargatam Sargararunatam Vitam Tam Sadvaitam Sadhutam Parigana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Param Sarana Lalita Shri Vishakanitamsha Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostate Radha Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Krishna Manuste Devi Pranamami Harite Mancha Kalpa Tarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Devacha Paritana Bhavneyo Vaishnavyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. So we just have a short short discussion today, 15 minutes, so that we can then move on to the important parts of budget and prasadam. But let's have a little prasadam for our ears first. So, mostly we'll summarize and just repeat what we discussed this morning. We made the comment that this is actually the most important day in our Vedic calendar. And that, sounds like, okay, that's usual glorification, exaggeration. Every festival is the most important day, most auspicious. We use that word, somewhat gratuitously, but it's in some ways accurate. But factually speaking, Lord Nityananda is the most important day of our Vedic calendar. And that is substantiated by our Shastra, by very basic logic, and most importantly, by the activities of our acharyas. So by any measure or observation. So it's not, well, my favorite is this, my favorite is that. This is based on Shastra and our activities. That this Lord Nityananda is really the opportunity for us to obtain access to all of the different other festivals that we participate in. And the basis of that is first, let us briefly understand who is Lord Nityananda. So in the beginning of this chapter, Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami tells us, if I can quickly find it, I'll read that verse, this is the 6th verse, that original Lord Krishna appeared in Navadvip as Lord Chaitanya. And Balaram appeared with him as Lord Nityananda. So we know that Lord Nityananda is not different from Lord Balaram. And so we know that when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appears, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is not an avatar. It is avatari, meaning that is Krishna himself appearing in the mood of a devotee. And in a very generous mood. So generous because Krishna knew that when he told in Bhagavad Gita, Sarva Dharma Prityaja, we're not so ready to surrender. That's not so. Give me something easier. And detachment, I don't know. So Krishna comes in the mood of a devotee to give the very simple yet highly effective process for overcoming the impurities in the heart. All of our distress that we face in this world, 100% of it, is due to one factor. Not my neighbor, not my boss, not my mother-in-law. No. It is due to the impurities in the heart. That is the source of all of our distress. That's it. So we have nowhere else to look except in the mirror and die. And when we rid the impurities in the heart, actually everything becomes sublime and sweet. And so how to do that? How do we cleanse the heart? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave us this very sweet process, right? Chaito Darpana Marta. We chant every day. Recite the holy names, Lord. Chant the holy names, Lord, very sincerely, enthusiastically, and eternally. But even that we find challenging, difficult. 3 words. Hare Krishna Rama. Not so complicated. We say, you chant 16 rounds. 16 rounds. It's 8.3% of our day. Not even a big chunk of our day. Like Srila Prabhupada's mercy, he brought us down to 16 rounds. And no less. But still, we find that to be challenging. And that is the symptom of the impurities in the heart. So what to do? So we need more mercy. And this is where Lord Nityananda comes in. Because Lord Nityananda is Lord Balaram himself. Balaram is our Param Guru. He is the source of Guru Tattva. All spiritual masters, are expansions of Lord Balaram's potency. And in this chapter earlier, it's explained that Balaram means he's given this source of strength. What strength? Physical strength to lift pots. Physical and mental strength to practice the process of Krishna consciousness. Very steadfastly and enthusiastically, despite all of the turbulences that we may face. So this strength to practice Krishna consciousness, it comes from Lord Balaram. He is the giver of Bala, strength. So Lord Nityananda, just as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the most merciful appearance of Lord Krishna, Lord Nityananda is the most merciful appearance of Lord Balaram. And he came to give us this process of chanting the holy names of the Lord. And he would go to any end and any extent to engage in chanting. He would go door to door, begging, please chant, please chant, please chant. Even when he was admonished by, when people knock on your door, we say, no solicitors, we're not so pleasant when people come in. But still, Lord Nityananda would persevere, fall onto his knees, straw in his mouth, begging, just please chant, please chant. Who does this? Only someone who has deep compassion and care and love for all of us. Someone who is so pained by seeing our suffering that they're willing to even sacrifice their own position, status, and come to become a beggar. A beggar. So, Lord Nityananda gives us the access. And in this purport, Narottam Das Thakur explains that, before we step back, we know that the perfection of all life that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to teach us, the greatest that we can all achieve in our entire existence, millions of followers on Facebook, a few $1 billion, the highest thing that we can achieve is awakening this love of God within all of us, this love of Krishna, our Supreme Father, Shri Radha Kunjabari. This is the greatest. But to access Radha Kunjabari, how many of us want to come under the shelter of Radha Kunjabari? Narottam Das Thakur tells us, Hero Nita Vino Radha Krishna, that without the mercy of Lord Nityananda, forget shelter of Krishna. One cannot. Radha Krishna, paite gai. Right? You will not get the access of Radha Krishna. This is the explanation of Narottam Das Thakur. So what does he say? You grasp onto the feet. That you hold on to the feet of Lord Nityananda very tightly. We use this example in the morning that if you are drowning in an ocean and you are desperate to be saved and somebody throws you a life preserver, how tightly will you hold on to that life preserver? As if your life depended on it. Because your life does depend on it. You will not let go, no matter what. That is the enthusiasm that we should grab on to the feet of Lord Nityananda. And if we do, then everything becomes perfect in our life. Narottam Das Thakur continues to say that if we have no relationship with Lord Nityananda, all of our good birth, wealth, everything we have, useless. Just say sambandha nahi. Vrita janma. He says, without a relationship with Lord Nityananda, what are we like? Not even like. We are worse than untamed animals. Very strong statement. Very strong. Acharya's comment on this verse, say Pashu Achar, that even the wildest of animal in the jungle can be tamed by training. But the materially contaminated heart, no matter what you do to try to control it, it is uncontrolled. Uncontrolled. That is the... So, our only shelter is Lord. Narottam Pastor continues, just fast forwarding in the interest of time. He tells us that if you get the mercy of Lord Nityananda, now here's the other side. With the mercy of Lord Nityananda, then one can enter into the pastimes of Lord Krishna in Vrindavan. Srila Prabhupada writes in the purport to the verse we read, that to understand and to see and experience the pastimes of Lord Krishna in Vrindavan, we need Nitya and Karuna. Then, Braja Radha Krishna. Then we can get this. So, the formula is very clear. And towards the end of this beautiful prayer, Narottam Das Thakur says, he says, I am very pained. And what does he say? He doesn't ask. He says, Nitya, you make me happy. We can even demand from Lord Nityananda, keep me at your lotus feet. And this is why, when we come to the temple, by the unlimited mercy of Srila Prabhupada, we first offer our obeisances to Lord Nityananda. But sometimes we're like eager to go see Radha Kunj. We should first see the feet of Lord Srila Prabhupada. How many of us would know even one tiny smidgen of who is Lord Nityananda without Srila Prabhupada in life? Anyone? This is how clueless and blind we were and we would be without the mercy of Srila Prabhupada. So first, we take darshan of Srila Prabhupada. And immediately then, we should just meditate and grasp firmly within our heart. Grasping firmly is not physically. You can go and grab the feet of Nityananda and maybe even crush them up. That's not grasping. The grasp occurs here in the heart, in our consciousness. That I am dependent, as if I am dependent on that life preserver in the ocean. That same emotion, if we carry with us, that I am fully dependent on the mercy of Lord Nityananda. And our whole life becomes supreme, happy, perfect. That's all it is. There's no magic formula. There's no other thing we need. Just the mercy of Lord Nityananda is sufficient. Everything perfection. And we may wonder, how long that will take. How to get the mercy of Lord Nityananda. So Nityananda Tirayodasi, we always, if you go to any ISKCON Nityananda Tirayodasi festival, what drama will you see? Jagai Madai. Right? That is probably the number one produced drama in all of ISKCON. Very sweet drama. Very elaborately explained in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Actually, this is the most extensive pastime explained in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It is our great fortune to study the intricacies of this pastime. And we know that Lord Nityananda, to broadcast the extraordinary glories of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he went to preach to the most fallen personalities, Jagai and Madai. So this is to give all of us hope. As we wonder, how am I going to overcome all of my impurities, all of my attachments, and I can't take to the process? Jagai and Madai were not even practicing sadhakas. They were the opposite. They were the most fallen persons, committing unlimited amount of sinful activities. And so Nityananda said, hey, if they begin chanting the holy names, Lord, then everyone will have faith in the power of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy. So he went to go preach to them with his comrade, Haridas Thakur. And Haridas Thakur and Lord Nityananda are walking and they see Jagai and Madai. And when Jagai and Madai would walk down the street, everybody would shut their shops, jump into the bush, hide. Nobody would want to come. Even they said that they were so impure that if their shadow touched you, you had to take bath in the Ganges. That's pretty filthy. So they were not so personalities that people wanted to interact with. But Lord Nityananda was determined. And so I'm just going to paraphrase quickly, but they go to preach to them, and of course they don't receive this message so nicely the first time, and so they start chasing him, and Haridas Thakur and Lord Nityananda have a really nice, funny exchange. And then they get back to see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Because after every day of going out on the mission of preaching door to door, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu expected a report. He was a good manager. Right? So he wanted his report. Hey, what are the results? Where are results-oriented business? Spirituality isn't like solved. He wanted to know, how many wins and how many losses. So he kept score. So he got the report, and unfortunately, Lord Nityananda submitted his resignation. He said, I'm done. He says, this Jagai Madai is too much. I can't handle this stuff. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu replies with a very important statement. Very important statement. Lord Nityananda said, these two are hopeless to be rectified. They have fallen too far. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu replies, they have already been delivered. Why? Because they have had your darshan. Just by seeing Lord Nityananda, you can see Lord Nityananda and seeing his feet. Nitai Padakama. The lotus feet. Just by having darshan. One is fully loved. This was a statement of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Advaita Acharya in this exchange goes on further to say that not only are these two purified, they very soon will be singing and dancing in our inner circle of Sankirtan, where we close the doors and only the most intimate associates of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu can participate. And how long it took? One sight of Lord Nityananda on Jagai Madai. And they were delivered. This is the potency, right? Like a giant fire, if you put an iron rod, it will quickly turn it into liquid. But a small fire, if you put an iron rod, nothing will happen. Right? So the potency we measure by the transformative capacity. What is the transformative capacity of Lord Nityananda's mercy? After Jagai and Madai were transformed, they became pure devotees of the Lord, chanting 200,000 names of Lord every day. And they make a very powerful statement. They say the deliverance of a Jamil is nothing compared to us. Because at least a Jamil chanted the names of the Lord, even though indirectly. Madai says, I attacked Lord Nityananda. And still, I was saved. And if we want to enter into the heart of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who we know is Mahavadanaya, the most merciful. If we want to obtain all the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, how to do so? He tells us. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to this place where Lord Nityananda was attacked by the wine pot, Lord Nityananda held back Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He had called Sudarshan Chakra and was going to kill Jagai Madai. But Lord Nityananda said, hold on. Jagai saved me. Because the second time Madai was about to hit me, Jagai said, no. Not the first time. See how compassionate Lord Nityananda is. If somebody hit us, two people, would we think, oh, the second time you save me, you're nice? We wouldn't care. This is our nature. Somebody does 99 good things to us and one bad. What's the only thing we remember? Krishna's not like that. We can do 99 wrong things. And if we do one thing right, that is what he cherishes in his heart. So Lord Nityananda said, no, Jagai saved me. And what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu replies? Jagai, you have purchased me. Whatever you want is yours. Because you have protected my Lord Nityananda. So dear was Lord Nityananda that just by that small action, Jagai became most favored. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu puts his foot on the chest of Jagai and completely transforms. And instantly became a pure devotee. So if we just render some small service to Lord Nityananda, our life is guaranteed success. And with the mercy of Lord Nityananda, then, and only then, we can obtain the mercy of Narakunjana. So now is there any doubt? What is the most important festival in our Vedic calendar? It is first to observe Lord Nityananda Tirayodasi very sincerely. And with that, then the whole year of festival observances will become so sweet. But it starts with today. So you might say, oh, I wish I did this yesterday. It's not too late. We have 3 hours and 42 minutes to just meditate and express our gratitude. And we should mostly express our gratitude to Srila Prabhupada. Because this Lord Nityananda is no ordinary Nityananda. This is the last deities that Srila Prabhupada personally installed in the universe. The last deities. So the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda here are no ordinary lotus feet. So blessed we are. So fortunate we are. Let us carry some amount of gratitude in our heart to Srila Prabhupada for bringing us into this understanding and to bring us the mercy of Lord Nityananda. And the cooling rays of his feet compared to Koti Chandan, tens of millions of moons. All of our troubles will eradicate anything that is disturbing us in our life. Just come, take darshan of Lord Nityananda's lotus feet, and engage in devotional service, and our life will be perfect. Lord Nityananda Rama ki, Chakra Dhama ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Nattamurti Vaishnavrinda ki. Hare Krishna. Yes, we have one question, but then we'll have a bunch of yes. What is it, what? One becomes purified by having darshan of Lord Nityananda. That was what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu proclaimed, that Jagai and Madai were already delivered because Lord Nityananda had showered his merciful glance upon them. So one might say, wait a minute, I've been coming to this temple for decades and saying, and I'm not feeling delivered. Well, mercy is a two-way street, ladies and gentlemen. It's a two-way street. Mercy is flowing, and we have to grab it. Just like if the sun is shining outside and I'm saying, I'm vitamin D deficient. Well, I have to go outside and take the sun. The sun's not going to come to me. So the mercy is there, but we have to grab it. And how do we grab it? We grab it through our faith, our conviction. We seek shelter of so many things. Why? Because we don't have faith that Lord Nityananda is our complete shelter. But that's okay. If he's not our complete shelter, at least make 1%. And tomorrow, 2%. Next day, 3%. And so seeing means with faith that we understand that Lord Nityananda, you are that life preserver I am searching for. And let me grab you. So that is how we will see. Remember, we don't see with our eyes. We see with our ears into our consciousness. I'll get yelled at if I continue. These bhajans are being held up. Don't mess with the Mataji team. Lord Nityananda Rama ki. Shishi Gornika, Shishi Bala Bukya, Jana Bali, Surana Shinachi, Bala Bukal, Giri Govardhana ki. Bala ki.
Hare Krishna, just 5 more minutes. Okay? Mataji's are here. If you'd like to follow along, you can take out your cell phone and look up Kevalasaka. As you heard Prabhu talk about the holy names, which Nityananda Prabhu so kindly shared all over the world, begging people. This song, this budget, actually glorifies the holy names. So,
So, Hare Krishna, everyone. So, this is Vaishnavi Bhajan, and we are presenting the song Madhuram Madhurevyo Bhi. We are presenting the bhajan Madhuram Madhurevyo Bhi. Its official name is Kevalashtakam. It is written by Nityananda Goswami, and the book, it is taken from the book. Its name is Pancharatna, and when I was reading this, it was so nice. This is a very beautiful bhajan, and it's so nice to know that this book has 100 verses. This is a collection of 8 verses taken from this book, and the language is Sanskrit. So here we are. And also, I'd like to thank one very special person here, Neha Mataji. Every time we practice this bhajan, this makes us so happy. And I always say many thanks, Neha Mataji, for connecting us with this bhajan. So here is Madhuram Madhurevyo Bhi. So first, we will be reading the translation, and it will be followed by the bhajan. Praise the Lord. More sweet than all of the sweet things, more auspicious
The only thing that is reality, again I say reality, is the holy name of Sri Hari alone. That's everything.
Verse number 3. That person is a true preceptor, or a true father, a true mother, and a true friend also. Only if they teach only always remember the holy name of Sri Hari alone is everything.
There is no certainty when the last breath will come and put an abrupt, health to all one's material plans. Therefore, it is wise to always practice chanting from wing check. The holy name of Sri Hari alone is everything.
Lord Hari, eternal was hidden place by fully absolute. Spiritually advanced souls sing in the book of your own devotion. The holy name of Sri Hari alone is everything.
Having instructed self, what is sorrow, what is great sorrow, more painful than any other misery in the world. Instead, it as we of peace of class, the people have forgotten this jewel, the holy name of Sri Hari alone is everything. It should be heard again and again with one's ear. It should be uttered over and over with one's voice. It should be perpetually sung and sung anew. The holy name of Sri Hari alone is everything.
It makes the entire universe seem insignificant as a blade of grass. It reigns supreme over all in a splendorous manner. It is full of eternal consciousness, divine ecstasy. It is supremely pure. The holy name of Sri Hari alone is everything. Krishna Mataji for managing the Mataji Bhajan group and managing all the practices. And also want to thank Poonam Mataji for doing the composition of the music and helping us to sing these bhajans in the most beautiful way for Lord Nityananda. So thank you so much for your patience. Thank you for listening. Enjoy the all. So I believe Prashad will be served, so I'm going to depart. Hare Krishna.
Nitya.